boo. Came through with that new thing, see, I don't know why I trust you. Crazy now, I'm just too on. Maybe now I'm just too gone. Maybe now I'm just looking for that same vibe that you on. Cause I'm out here with my boys, going crazy in this bitch. Overseas, getting Benz, no Mercedes in this bitch. We made the album 9 months, had a baby in this bitch. I'm with your babe, on the run, like I'm Jay-Z in this bitch. I don't smoke a lot, but I get green. But ball out, no SBs. I called you out, you got serving that beat stop, no step team. I came through and that's real shit. Nova came, but I feel this. Feeling kid when I feel banks, I still be spitting that Will Smith. I shut it down, we do that. Hell yeah, we knew that. Little girl gave me them crazy eyes. Orange is that new black. That cold out, so I think about it. Stress me out, so I drink about it. They talk a lot, but it's all good, so it's too real. Don't think about it.
She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said, don't think about it. I said, don't think about it. She took me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said, don't think about it. I said, don't think about it. Came up as a church boy with my dukes on weekends. Waking up at like 6, man, you don't get paid if you sleeping. Man, you don't know where I come from, you don't know what I've been through. Realize I don't say shit about all the bread that I sent you. You getting mad, I'm sitting back, I'm fucked up, I'm getting trash. Gotta go watch 2 gold chains and I go real like Trinidad. Trick, I'm the man, act like you know me. Popping off like a semi, man, I rap like it's loaded. I mean my crew hot, your crew not. We too sick, no flu shot. On this side, it's all big, man, I ain't dissing on Tupac. Just East Coast, all East Coast. These young bloods don't know better. Most of y'all got no chill, they'll get it poppin' in snow weather. Some kids just need love, they'll put in work for like no cheddar. Looking up to them dope boys, they got bands like Coachella. Yeah, just remember, I might have your girl for dinner. I'm the man year round, January to December. She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said, don't think about it. I said, don't think about it. She took me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said, don't think about it. I said, don't think about it. She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said, don't think about it. I said, don't think about it. She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said, don't think about it. I said, don't think about it.
Your reflection in my wine glass. That's when I look away. Can't stand and think about losing your fine ass. How the fuck I let you slip away? Life for the party, but I'm dead inside. Kill my vibes, it was genocide. Hard to act like I've been alive. I'm trying to find where I identify. 1 time for the girl that got away. 2 times for the bub I'm about to spray. 3 times for the power that I pray to. Are you up there? Can you hear me? I know I fucked up. It's clear, see. I'm 22, but I don't act like it clearly. And all this shit is a mirage. I'm just rapping for a cause. The life, the fame, the life's the game. We break the laws, don't like to change. Wanna win you back, but I hate to lose. I know that you're the one, but it's hard to choose. Too much whiskey in my red cup. Remember first day you wouldn't give it up. We had only scratched the surface, but I knew that you were worth it. Yeah, so I was patient. I bragged to my niggas, Joe Namath. I'm still with the niggas that I came with. But everything changed once some fame hit. Make it up, take you down, have a shot, I bought a round, play my songs, you like the sound. It's going down, it's going down. Let's drink coffee, watch passerbys, and prove to you I'm not the average guy. It's just my flaws that they magnify, and when it's real, you don't have to try. another day. Drugs take the pain away. Sometimes I wanna run away.
See, I don't know you at all, but I'm bout it. If you bout it, don't give a fuck if you're involved, cause I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah. Don't act like you are doing a favor, but honestly, I swear you're my savior, girl. And I don't know if I'll see you later, so I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah. My head has been spinning, I might need a minute. I've been dying to kick it, so just come with if you with it. And this game that we're playing, you want me but won't say it. If I told you I'm leaving, you would be so devastated. Oh, and I don't want no bullshit excuse, like you ain't got no time for me, as if that shit was true. Just tell me how it is, how you want it. If you're down, want a summit, I got plans and you're one of them. Not trying to pretend. See, I don't know you at all, but I'm bout it. If you bout it, don't give a fuck if you're involved, cause I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah. Don't act like you are doing a favor, but honestly, I swear you're my savior, girl. And I don't know if I'll see you later, so I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah.
Hold up, did you really think I'm bout it? Say she wanna leave, but it's way too crowded. But I'll vibe with you, I'm playing games, I ain't trying to lose. And if I take you back, I'ma kiss your neck. I could be your now, I could be your next. I could be the one to relieve your stress. When we talk about sex, she unzip that dress. Bless, maybe one day I could take it. Give it to me, cause I'm tired of waiting. I'm like the latest, #1 play on your playlist. Don't trip if these other girls play it. And I don't like to fight, you're the type that I'd like to wife. Guy feeling like life is nice, at the movies eating Mike and Ike's. And if the price is right, then I guess I'm bout it.
See,
yeah.
I don't know you at all, but I'm bout it. If you bout it, don't give a fuck if you're involved, cause I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah. Don't act like you are doing a favor, but honestly, I swear you're my savior, girl. And I don't know if I'll see you later, so I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah.
Champagne for breakfast, first things first, never put you second. Girl, don't be stressing, I forgot to mention I'm bad about it, don't be offended. I fucks with you cause you're down to earth. Got an ounce of perp if you're down to burn. You got a plan and you're still in school, or you got a man, but that shit is cool, right? And if you like, you can stay for the night. Don't stay for the love, don't stay for the life. Know my name, then say it to me twice. Let me hear that shit, let me see that shit. You could be the one if you wanted to, or you got games, you could keep that shit. Girl, come and let me know what you wanna do.
Be who you wanna be. I will not blame you. Do what you wanna do. Don't wanna play you. If you would come with me, then I would take you anywhere you want to go. Yeah. Even if you're looking for the one, and I couldn't be him, you'd be sure to see in that I won't just go and take home anyone. I'm about you, girl. See, I don't know you at all, but I'm bout it. If you bout it, don't give a fuck if you're involved, cause I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah. Don't act like you are doing a favor, but honestly, I swear you're my savior, girl. And I don't know if I'll see you later, so I'm bout it. If you bout it, yeah.
must have forgot their alphabet. Let me explain. Here it goes. A is for ambition. Be what I wanna be. See past the situation that's in front of me. Doubters and enemies. F we say fuck them. The irony is they inspire me to love them. G is past go when ignite the cash flow. When H is put your heart in whatever's your last hope. I inspire, but two light the fire. So we be the streets #1 supplier. And J is for them Jordans for my niggas when I make it. Give me 2 of those strange no name kicks. Earth, wind, and fire type. Elemental beast that resembles me, and it accounts for LMNOP. You the track up like, oh, you impressed, get your bread, kid, but never let it go to your head. That's S for success, to be the best. T is teach back what you learn, that's next. Cause you got the power, people voluntary action. W is right out to life with a passion. X is expect to fail, why cease to dream? Even when you ain't catching them Z's, and that's the alphabet.
For so long, been surviving for so long. I know that things will come. I've been trying for so long, been surviving for so long. I know that things will come, they will come.
Yo, think they starting to follow me. So A is to attempt to be the change you wanna see, and D is to be different. But tell us what you mean. Like, are you one of them good guys, or you one of us fiends? Either way, you gotta eat. Elevate your mind right, cause F is for the fine life, and that's how you define life. But I say G is get back to your home, and H is help the people that done help to along. Oh yeah, fuck it, we go back to F, cause that's for freedom. G is keep your good thoughts, cause buddy, you gon' need them. And H is if your hood stars, buddy, you gon' feed them. Cause it's bad enough when niggas get the check and get to leaving. J is for them jump offs, we wanted as kids. Looking through the glass, seeing the life we wanna live in. M is more money, more problems, and N-O is no P's, and that's pessimistic profits. Q, quit thinking, and R, you still with me, and S is stress less, and T is to infinity. U is that it's all about you, and that's why a nigga fucked around and left out I. VW is very wise, and X is this exam, but why lie? You got zip if you ain't got fam, and that's the alphabet.
For so long, been surviving for so long. I know that things will come. I've been trying for so long, been surviving for so long. I know that things will come, they will come. Trying for so long, been surviving for so long. They will come. Trying for so long, been surviving for so long. They will come. Trying for so long, been surviving for so long. I know that good things will come, they will come.
If my songs go pop, 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 what makes you think I'm not okay with that? I took my backpack off, ready to change the game and run the track. Y'all thinking I'ma fall off? I'm Thomas the Edge. 2 seconds, you get your rocks off. That's why they said you're all soft. So I paint over the scene like I'm Bob Ross. I got weed songs, if you smoke good. I got peace songs, hope you ain't so hood that you can't kick it, get it, have a party. Oh shit, homie, don't hurt nobody. Let your knees drop while the beat rock. Need my scheme seem something like P-Rock. You gotta hit the G-spot. Life's too short like an Ewok. Live it, let your nerves shake while the earthquake. Do the bird like it's purple rain. Now say something stupid about girls and drinks and slur your words and sip on Chardonnay. Now roll some up. What you waiting for? Roll some up. Eyes low if you roll like us. So when I say so, everybody jump, jump. Dream to a million, but we don't chase cream, so we feed it to the children. Paint new faces on the canvas as I write classic poems like Sanskrit. Epic, 3 letters, don't forget it. Pronounce soul, but I got soul in excess. The next best to the best, but the best ain't rain yet. So I guess we all kings, yes. A rising tide will raise all boats, but if you throw stones, nobody floats. Negativity breeds nothing but ills. That's why I paint the perfect picture with the team that I build. Say cheese and pose like a G, and some gold dookie ropes like Run DMC. Too many homies on my team, made a whole fucking album with my family.
Welcome everyone back to Phoenix League Season 5. I'm your host, joined today by Penguin. Say hello, Penguin.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Alright, this one's an interesting one. A big game today. Obviously, you can see on screen. This is the group stage that we picked up off from last time. Of course, we saw from Group A, we saw Fishtory and Volsfire go through. We saw Divert and Phantoms Ignite Academy go through from Group B. Group C, we saw...
It was sorry to cut you off. It was Amplify and
was
Divert.
it Amplify and Divert? I apologise.
Phantom's Ignite got knocked out.
Oh, no, I remember. Sorry, it's because I misread the Academy bit. I apologise greatly for that. So it'll be Divert and Amplify from Group B. From Group C, it is Phantoms Ignite and Glitch Tech. And from Group D, obviously, we have today Team Instinct and Midgard, if I'm correct in that one. But, of course, Fishtory from Group A versus Instinct from Group D is the game today. Taking you through this one is at @u_retro and at penguin__5.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. This game's going to be a really good one. I mean, we got the top team of Group D, and we've got the second best team of Group A. We've gone through all of the groups, and now we're into the playoffs. First game of the quarterfinals. Here we come.
Of course, and now we're in the playoff stages. It is going to be best of threes all around, as we will see everything coming up very shortly. But for now, we are going to jump into the playoff sort of standings, as we see the bottom one being played out first. Of course, Team Instinct versus Fishtory. When one of these teams go through, they'll be playing against Glitch Tech or Amplify, which I'm excited for that game as well.
Yeah, man, that game is going to be really good because I believe Glitch Tech and Instinct both 3-0'd in their group. They came top without losing a game. And Amplify and Fishtory, they struggle a little bit more, but both games are going to be really good in the lower part of this playoffs bracket.
Of course, and up there at the top, Volsfire and Midgard and Phantoms Ignite and Divert. Again, 4 very strong sides. I think this season has probably been the best, in my opinion, in terms of the seasons and the level of play that we've got in this final 8. It's unbelievable. Of course, Team Instinct averaging, I think, at like 2.6k low. Fishtory, I mean, we didn't expect them to go through. I had them down as one of they're going to bomb out in the groups, and look what's happened, you know. I predicted that Eruption and Volsfire would go through, and Fishtory, they've made it work, and they've come all the way here, so I don't think we should rule them out, but I think Instincts are definitely the favourites heading into this one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, Fishtory, they struggled a little bit in their group, losing one game to Volsfire, but then you've got Instinct on the other side facing up against them today, and they didn't drop a single game. They went into overtime in one of their games against Midgard, I believe, but they 16-2'd and 16-1'd against the other two teams in their group. And we don't often see that, so it's a very good team in the side of Instinct. And Fishtory, you can't underestimate them. They overperformed in their group, and they might do the same here tonight.
Agreed. As I said earlier, that, you know, Fishtory, I expected them to bomb out in the groups, and for them to be here right now, I think is a surprise. And Team Instinct definitely need to recognise this as this could be a very strong force that they're playing against, and it could end up in being a lot closer game than we expect. However, we see on the other side, as we mentioned earlier, Glitch Tech and Amplify. Looking at those two, obviously that game is coming tomorrow as well. I see. Obviously, we predict that Instinct are the favourites going into this. What are your predictions, and who do you think they're going to come against?
Sorry, who do you think Instinct's going to play in the next round in semis?
Or Fishtory, yeah. Who do you think?
Oh, well, I've given it away there, haven't I? I think Instinct's going to win this one, and then I think Glitch Tech. I mean, I'm simply going off how they played in the groups. Both teams performing top of their groups, and I think they're both, like Glitch Tech and Instinct, they're going to continue that performance into the playoffs, and I think that will be our semi-final matchup in the lower part of the playoffs. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think Instinct here, probably, as we mentioned, they are the favourites heading into this. Although Fishtory are the underdogs, and we've seen them perform so far, I don't see it happening. I don't even see it happening to be a third map. And, of course, Glitch Tech Gaming, I mean, they've been the supposed powerhouse. I labelled them the powerhouse as we headed into Season 5. I was, really concerned about how they play and everything like that. And so, looking at it now, I mean, it's very possible that we see them, take the whole thing. But then again, you could argue any of these teams, they could take the whole thing. The likes of Phantoms Ignite, returning champions from Season 4. Valsfire, a great side. A lot of teamwork, a lot of chemistry. The guys are really good. Midgard, I mean, you shouldn't rule them out. Yes, they were toppled by Team Instinct, but they were a very strong side. They took it to overtime against Team Instinct on, I think it was Inferno. And
Was
so,
indeed, yeah.
yeah.
I believe that game was 1917 in favour of
I
Instinct, so
think
very
it was,
close.
yeah. Again, that's what I mean, is that if we're realistically comparing Instinct to Volsfire, I could see that lasting. So for Instinct to at least have the scare of being taken to overtime by Midgard, I still think that that's an interesting game. And then, as I mentioned earlier, Phantoms Ignite, returning champions, Divert. Again, a team that I didn't expect to go through from Group B, very stacked group. You've got the likes of MCon, Esports, Amplified, Divert, and of course Phantoms Ignite Academy that did drop out. But out of that, I had Divert coming third. And, yet again, I've been proven wrong. They've come second in their group, or even first, I think. Have they come first? Yeah, they came first, didn't they? Just beating Amplify. Yeah. So, I mean, my point being that... chat has corrected. This is 1915, that game. Apologies.
It was the other game that went to 1917.
Yes, yeah. But as I was mentioning, though, Divert, out of nowhere, I had them down as third place in their group. I had them out the exact same I had Fishtory, bombing out in groups. And this is what I mean. They toppled MCon and Amplify. I think, again, this is such a stacked 8, and we just need to be careful and watch on from, as a caster standpoint. I think anything can happen in this top 8.
Exactly. I mean, we've got to be sort of looking at this from the anything can happen perspective, and I think everyone should be looking at it like that. I mean, you got the teams that you sort of expected in Volsify, Glitch Tech, and Instinct, but then you've got some teams that you really didn't expect to make it through, as you said, Divert and Fishtory. But also on top of that, Midgard, they only actually made their way through in terms of round difference. They were drawn with some other teams in terms of points. But they managed to get the better round difference, and that's how they're here. So you've really got these teams that just got through or unexpectedly did really well, in the case of Divert. And exactly, anything can happen.
Of course, yeah, and specifically focusing on this game, Team Instinct versus Fishtory. Fishtory came out of Group A, beating Eruption, who I had down in second place. So specifically for this game, as you mentioned, anything can happen. Teams should be viewing it like that. And that's exactly that. So we do have the vetoes coming in now. So we'll get those underway. Of course, this is Team Instinct versus Fishtory, the best of 3. So we will see the Vertigo ban coming out first there for Team Instinct. And I think Fishtory will follow up. Yep, there you go, with the train ban. First pick is Nuke. So Team Instinct...
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, Team Instinct will be taking a Nuke pick as their first one. Overpass being picked by Fishtory. So... Again, I don't think we've seen much overpass from either side, especially in this league, as Instinct will ban out Mirage, and then I think that leaves, yes, Dust 2 and Inferno as the last 2, but Dust 2 is banned out, so your decider will be Inferno.
Wow, that is... I like that. I like those vetoes. That's very good. Nuke being played as the first map, that is really nice. You don't often see Nuke in these sort of lower tier tournaments, and having it as the first game, that's going to be really tough for Fishtory, I think.
Yeah, I don't think obviously Instinct had something planned there, but I don't think Fishtory expected that. We haven't seen a Nuke from anyone in this season so far, I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but Nuke is a very unfamiliar pick to most teams. People expect it to hover late or for it to be insta-banned. So for Instinct to have the confidence and first pick Nuke is beyond me. And obviously Fishtory picking Overpass there as well, which, I mean, it could be a good pick. We haven't seen anything from Fishtory regarding their Overpass. So, I mean, this is really in anyone's ballpark right now.
Yeah, I mean, coming into these matchups now, we know what maps that are going to be played. I'm still leaning on the side that Instinct will take this, but it could get really close on Overpass, and that's where it becomes interesting, because if Fishtory managed to either really surprise on Nuke or upset on Overpass on their map pick and take it to Inferno, I think that's where anything can happen. It's a playground where the IGLs really have to be put to their paces, and if it goes to that third map, if Fishtory managed to upset on either of the first two maps, that's where things could really get interesting.
Of course, yeah, and it's been heavily... Inferno has been our sort of pick in Phoenix League as a very widely played map, as you said time and time again on many of streams. It's a really 50-50 map, and it's any team can go in and take it, and anything can happen realistically on Inferno. Arguably, same with Mirage. A very, I guess, it's whatever side you want it to be. You can drive yourself. It doesn't matter how bad you are as a team, as long as you have a good hold on B and a strong bit of utility usage on A. Inferno is a very, very hard map to play, especially on the terrorist side. So, as the decider of Inferno, this is a very interesting one. But of course, it's not just us that have the predictions today. Chat, we'd like you to throw your predictions into the chat there. Who do you think is going to take this? What do you think about the picks? What do you think the scorelines are going to be? Obviously, me and Penguin both have this as a 2-0 for Team Instinct. But again, we've said this time and time again, anything can happen on these maps. So we're always interested to see how you guys take it. So do let us know now, and we'll read through those in a second. However, we'll just jump to the matchups page right now. Of course, Retro and Penguin today joined this stream up, and of course we've got the Fishtory versus Team Instinct. Individually, we've seen good plays from both of these sides, and I think this is going to be an interesting one because Team Instinct, strong side as you mentioned, 3-0. Fishtory, I wouldn't say an upset for them, but an upset for everyone else, because we didn't see Fishtory making it through this far, and this is exactly what's happened. They've done it, they've come all the way, they're here, and they're ready to play, and I think Team Instinct, they need to be careful of it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, if Fishtory, they continue on their path of upset, their sort of Cinderella story. That word gets thrown around a lot, but it really is in the case of Fishtory. We really didn't expect them to make it this far into the playoffs, and if they put in the effort, if they have a good plan on Nuke, they put a good hold up, and then they go into their map pick of Overpass with a great game plan, as they might have. I'm not sure. We haven't seen much of their Overpass, but they really could upset this. There is actual strong possibility that happens. But as you've said, I'm still favouring Instinct going into this. I think you are as well. And as chat said as well, John Leone also predicted Instinct. And I think that is the majority of chat as well, predicting the side of Instinct.
I apologise, I've just been moaned at because since the groups, there has been a roster change on Instinct side. It will be Lamza has been removed, so apologies. We'll get that updated and resolved very, very soon for you all. And just to clarify, the replacement of Lamza will be Zodi. So apologies for that. We'll get that changed very, very soon. However, as you mentioned, Fishtory, the Cinderella story, will they make it happen? Will they not? We don't know, but we're going to jump right into a break. However, we will be back very, very shortly with the game. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, every day that's you and me. All day that's us, boo. Came through with that new thing. See, I don't know why I trust you. Crazy now, I'm just too on. Maybe now I'm just too gone. Maybe now I'm just looking for that same vibe that you on. Cause I'm out here with my boys, going crazy in this bitch. Overseas, getting Benz, no Mercedes in this bitch. We made the album 9 months. Had a baby in this bitch. I'm with your bae on the run, like I'm Jay-Z in this bitch. I don't smoke a lot, but I get green. But ball out, no SBs. I called you out, you got serving that beat stop, no step team. I came through and that's real shit. No, Nova came, but I feel this. Feeling kid when I feel banks. I still be spitting that Will Smith. I shut it down, we do that. Hell yeah, we knew that. Little girl, give me them crazy eyes. Orange is that new black. Black cold, that's why I'm think about it. Stress me out, so I drink about it. They talk a lot, but it's all good, so it's too real. Don't think about it.
She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face. She can see through my soul. I said, don't think about it. I said, don't think church boy with my dukes on weekends. Waking up at like 6, man, you don't get paid if you sleeping. Man, you don't know where I come from, you don't know what I've been through. Realize I don't say shit about all the bread that I sent you. You getting mad, I'm sitting back, I'm fucked up, I'm getting trash. Gotta go watch 2 gold chains and I go real like Trinidad. Trick, I'm the man, act like you know me. Popping off like a semi, man, I rap like it's loaded. I mean my crew hot, your crew not. We too sick, no flu shot. On this side, it's all big, man, I ain't dissing on Tupac. Just East Coast, all East Coast. These young bloods don't know better. Most of y'all got no chill, they'll get it poppin' in snow weather. Some kids just need love, they'll put in work for like no cheddar. Looking up to them dope boys, they got bands like Coachella. Yeah, just remember, I might have your girl for dinner. I'm the man year round, January to December.
She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said don't think about it, I said don't think about it. She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said don't think about it, I said don't think about it. She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said don't think about it, I said don't think about it. She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said don't think about it, I said don't think about it.
Your reflection in my wine glass. That's when I look away. Can't stand and think about losing your fine ass. How the fuck I let you slip away? Life for the party, but I'm dead inside. Kill my vibes, it was genocide. Hard to act like I've been alive. I'm trying to find where I identify. 1 time for the girl that got away. 2 times for the bub I'm about to spray. 3 times for the power that I pray to. Are you up there? Can you hear me? I know I fucked up. It's clear, see. I'm 22, but I don't act like it clearly. And all this shit is a mirage. I'm just rapping for a cause. The life, the fame, the life's the game. We break the laws, don't like to change. Wanna win you back, but I hate to lose. I know that you're the one, but it's hard to choose. In my red cup. Remember first day you wouldn't give it up. We had only scratched the surface, but I knew that you were worth it. Yeah. So I was patient. I bragged to my niggas, Joe Namath. I'm still with the niggas that I came with, but everything changed once the fame hit. Make it up, take you down, have a shot, I bought a round, play my songs, you like the sound. It's going down, it's going down. Let's drink coffee, watch passerbys, and prove to you I'm not the average guy. It's just my flaws that they magnify, and when it's real, you don't have to try. Another way, tomorrow is another day. Joys take the pain away. Sometimes I wanna run away. I wish there was another way. Tomorrow is another day. Joys take the pain away. Sometimes I wanna run away.
Welcome back, everyone. Of course, we are back with this interesting best of 3. The first one of the quarterfinals, Team Instinct versus Fishtory, of course, today joined by at penguin__5 and at EU_retro on Twitter. And of course, if you are watching from the stream, feel free to follow us on Twitter at Phoenix CS League, or you can follow us on Twitch here at Phoenix League A. Additionally, you can check out our website to find out all the latest scores and news there at phoenixleaguecs.co.uk, if I'm correct.
It's just phoenixleague.co.uk. Just
phoenixleague.co.uk. We are about to get things underway, though. I think both teams are ready. We're just about to see the queue go, and there we go. So we'll jump into this one in about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how quick they are with the vetoes. But this one's going to be an interesting one, as we mentioned earlier. That Fishtory, you know, the Cinderella story versus Team Instinct, what seemed to be the Group D powerhouse, and these two heads will clash in the quarterfinals. A very interesting one. The best of 3, of course. First map being Nuke, the second being Overpass, and lastly, Inferno will be the decider if it sees that far. Of course, me and Penguin have this down as a 2-0 for Team Instinct, but chat, do let us know your predictions if you haven't already. We're always listening, we're always interested to see. So, let's see. What do we think, guys? Who's going to take it? What's the scoreline? Do you think anything interesting is going to happen? I saw John earlier said Instinct 2-0 after a scare. Bobby to get 2 aces at least. So, we shall see. Only time will tell, but do let us know. Voxler said Team Instinct 2-0. So, it seems to be so far that chat is heavily in favour of Instinct, but, you know, only time will tell. We'll see, hopefully very, very shortly, as the teams are connecting to the server right now. So,
yeah. I think this game's going to be really interesting. I think Instinct's going to take it in a clean 2-0 fashion, but if I cannot stress this enough, we cannot underestimate Fishtory. They upset in the groups, and they could upset tonight.
Yeah, as you said, upset in the groups has happened, so anything can happen. This one really is a one in the openers. We now do have the IP, so that'll be us connecting now. So, chat, you let us know your predictions. We've said ours. Shy mentions the fact that it is Overpass. Is Zodi not playing? Yes, he is. I apologise, the graphics are a little bit inaccurate. Lamza is no longer part of the roster. It is Zodi in replacement of Lamza. So, no roster changes on the behalf of Fishtory. However, of course, it is Phoenix League A on Twitch. Come and join us if you are watching this via our YouTube or from any other way. 30 viewers, welcome everyone. We are getting things underway very, very shortly. However, we are just connecting to the server now, so a little bit of a delay, but we do apologise for that. Of course, not everything's going to be perfect considering this is an online tournament. As hopefully we're looking to get things underway very, very shortly.
Yeah, I just joined the server now.
Apologies again, guys, for the slight delay here, but we'll get things underway incredibly shortly. Of course, this one will just be the best of 3, the first one of 4 over today and tomorrow. We do have 3 games going on tomorrow, if you didn't know already. It will be Volsfire versus Midgard, Divert versus Phantoms Ignite, and Glitch Tech versus Amplify. They are all on the same sort of date. 6 PM, 7 PM and 8 PM BST. If you want to check those out, it'll be on the website. And other than that, though, people are starting to connect now, so we'll get this one underway in roughly around 2 to 3 minutes, depending on where everyone's at.
Yeah, we're just waiting for some players now. One team's in, but the other team's just having a little bit of problems getting onto the server. But shouldn't be long, and we should be getting on the way very shortly.
And of course, for those that haven't seen the... I just realised, I apologise, I'm going to have to change something very, very slightly here. How this one's going to work is beyond me. I might have to do a little bit of fiddling.
Technical difficulties.
Yes. It's okay though, if you can cover me just for a second here.
Problem. Tell your nan, tell your friends, tell everyone, and get them on, get them watching. Here at Phoenix League, you can watch us on Twitch at Phoenix League A. Make sure to follow our second channel as well, Phoenix League B, for when we've got games that are going on at the same time. And don't forget, you can check us out on phoenixleague.co.uk, where you can check out all the groups, what happened, all the matches, all the scores, and you can keep up with the playoffs there, as well as you can watch all the games over there at phoenixleague.co.uk/live. You can watch both games at the same time. Again, that is when we have two games going on at the same time, which we will, I believe, tomorrow.
Yeah, of course, as you mentioned, there will be 3 going on tomorrow. That's all of the other ones being started as of tomorrow. This is the only game for tonight. But this will be an interesting one. Fishtory versus Team Instinct, of course. Chat, we've let you have your say. We've had ours. And it's all about how the teams play out now. Team Instinct versus Fishtory. First map is Nuke.
Guaranteed to have both Nuke and Overpass, but starting on Nuke, it's very interesting to see how Fishtory can put up a defense against the likes of Instnct on their map pick. I mean, that to me is the most interesting part of this. We've not seen Nuke from either of these teams, and especially on the side of Fishtory, that could be surprisingly challenging.
And so it will be Fishtory that are given the knife round, of course. Team Instinct got the first pick of a Nuke, which means that you know, it's up to Fishtory to pick the side that they want, and obviously they'll get to stay or switch depending on whichever they want to go. Of course, most teams will commonly pick the counter-terrorist side, as you know, the terrorists are supposedly the unfavoured ones within this, but hopefully, I just realised, could you see the knife round? Yeah, you could, couldn't you? I apologise, you're going to see me tabbing in and out just a little bit here, as I want to make sure everything is fine. But we are good, and we are underway now. So, Fishtory starting CT, Team Instinct starting T. Phoenix League Season 5 quarterfinals. Chat, are you ready?
Let's get into this one. We've got Team Fishtory putting up the defense first, and that's Crispot taking the first one down through the smoke there as Vex hits the floor. But Instinct have managed to take the A site, and that's Zodi trading back onto Velez in the heaven, and now it's back into a 4-on-4, but Instinct have the site.
Yeah, and of course that bomb plant is going down now, so Team Instinct will have the advantage in the time pressure against Fishtory now, as it is the 4-on-4 read, taking a perfect swing there from Tungun, taking down Bobby, but Shy's going to be there to trade out. Of course, he finds himself a second. In fact, as Avi does trade it out, but it's a 2-on-1 in quick succession, as it's all Team Instinct in a 2-on-1. Zodi found himself 2. Praxis yet to frag, but as Avi's pushing out of hut here, it might be Zodi's third as he peeks out. And it's a clean headshot. Zodi, the new man to the roster, finds himself 3 in his first round of his first official.
That is a great pistol round there from Zodi and Shy. Both of those two players, they really kept Instinct in that one, opening things up and trading things, making things level. And obviously Zodi closing things out with a 3K there. That's great. But we do see Fishtory with 4 grenades. I wonder what they're going to do with this.
It might be this nade that connects. It only does about 10 damage, so not too much of notice. But if they have stacked those nades together, it could have done a little bit more, as that is 2 grenades already thrown out of the 4 players that invested in HE grenades, and 10 damage done isn't exactly the investment that Fishtory wanted. So with just USPs, it will be Instinct that are able to take things slow and take things very, very carefully. As now Team Instinct, they know this. They know that they're going to be on the pistols. So they're just waiting to see if they show any sign of aggression. But Fishtory, they don't. They're sitting passive right now, and they're able to play for time.
Yeah, it's just playing this one really slow. Instinct, they're waiting for a mistake. They're waiting for one of these USPs to just walk into them. But we see they're going to be throwing some smokes outside. I think that's just to bait out some players again. And it looks like they're just going to converge on the upper bomb site. A first frag going in favour of Instinct, as you would expect against the USPs. But Tunga does manage to find one against the likes of Instinct. And the second one as well. Sparks also getting one. But it's Shy and Zodi to clean things up. But that was a really messy round from Instinct.
Yeah, too many guns lost in that one. But luckily it was just the 3 MAC-10s that are invested into that one. So scraping away another buy round, and those 2 AK saves will help the economy majorly, as now Team Instinct can afford to buy with a considerable amount of utility, as they will be looking to execute outside.
But it's only, I believe, players coming down from the heavens. But Tungan will find one dropping. He knows one's gone into mini. Prax also finding the level, but the MAC-10 just watching for the flank, and that works out perfectly. Sparks does manage to find one, but Crispop walking through the smoke only manages to find one as Shy trades back.
A 2-on-2 situation now. Is Shy and Praxis up against it? I feel like we said that name way too often already, as that nade from Sprackles does come in, but he's unable to find anything, and it's just Tungan with the AWP, and that flash is perfect from Praxis, and that allows Team Instinct. They find themselves the upper hand in the buy round, so that'll give them a comfortable 3-0 lead on Nuke. As now it is Fishtory back onto the pistol buy with a very limited set of utility. 3 HE grenades, and that is it, as Team Instinct with 10 flashbangs, 5 molotovs and 5 smokes. So this would be an interesting one to see from them.
Zodi finding the first one. I've said his name a lot already. 6 kills to his name in the first 3 rounds. He's doing very well for himself. And that is Instinct finding the first kill onto this, I'll say non-influential, but Fishtory, they are just on the pistols.
Of course, is now Crispop invested into a CZ, while his teammates have invested into Deagles, and 1 P250 on fellas as well there. So it is going to be a range of pistols being invested into this round. Nothing too substantial that are used to go for Team Instinct, but Zodi, great game sense there, ups his kill count to 6 already, as he's now edging towards outside. The team flash from Shy, but they will be able to converge towards this A bomb site, as it will be Sprackles that spotted out, and with ease the bomb will be planted as Bobby finds 2 with a MAC-10, and Zodi cleans up, makes it 7-1, and this is a great start from Team Instinct.
4-0 up, going in now to the second gun round, but this is the real test. If Instinct can win this one, and they get themselves a 5-0 star, and that is really good for them. Fishtory, they're gonna need to start picking up some rounds starting with this one.
Absolutely, and they do have the AWP invested, and the rest are on M4s, so this is a very comfortable situation for them to be in right now, and a lot of utility as well. So Fishtory, they know they can at least hold the pushes, and I'm not sure if you've noticed, but Bobby, even though he's on $6,000, he sticks with the MAC-10. Shy spots one out towards Secret, but he's unable to convert, and now Team Instinct finally find themselves at a disadvantage after the early frag from Fishtory, and it puts them in a little bit of a difficult situation considering their utility now.
Exactly what Fishtory need going into this round. With 1 minute left, they find themselves with a man advantage. That's going to be really huge for them.
Here we go. The utility towards the A bomb site is going to be raining in from the above. Of course, those 2 areas do make it easy to check this A bomb site, as Bobby does find one with the MAC-10 after an unfortunate situation in it all. Leaves Vex in a 1-on-4, and he's unable to find anything. So Fishtory, they find their first gun round hit. Very comfortable one as well, as 4 players stay alive, but of course with the upgraded price of $3,100 for the M4A4, it is going to be a little more damaging than the Team Instinct side, at least in a weaponry regard.
Absolutely. As I said last round, Fishtory absolutely needed this one, that last round, to start getting into this game. And they got their first on the board. Instinct, they're going to go take some control outside. It's those 2 players going to be dropping off of Mini again. Tungun, he finds him again. And they're ready for it. Phil's finding one as well. Chris Pop, 2 from the top of Hut. And that leaves just Bobby in a 1 versus 5.
Very unfortunate situation. A quick bit of aggression towards outside from Team Instinct, and it's just not quite enough, as it's all in favour of Fishtory. As you mentioned, Tungun with that AWP, always finding those openings. Bobby decision towards ramp, and he does find one, so that is ramp aggression. And he does have control here, but bomb, of course, isn't exactly in his favour as it is towards this A bomb site, as far as I can see. So it should be very easy for Fishtory to lock down, but it's just all about the damage that Bobby can do here in this situation, as he will be edging towards CT spawn. But will he challenge outside and try and spy the player of Tungun? He chooses to go for heaven now, so he's able to shift up with ease, and he finds himself in a nice position.
Classic observer. He's just taken down. For Bobby there, it was just about doing some economic damage. To rebuy as a CT, it's quite expensive, 3,100 for your main weapon compared to that of the T side, and it's just going to be some P250s for Instinct going into this round. Just going to try and do some damage, and maybe something fast.
Of course, this is Team Instinct now. They are losing a couple of rounds, but of course, this one will be an eco, so yes, we expect to see this 24, but it's going to be done around. But this ramp player of Avi will be challenged, and that nade is going to do so much damage. He's able to take 2-1 with the grenade, and Sprack is there to come in as well, and it's a complete mop up towards the ramp. That grenade did a lot of damage there, and that gives Fishtory their 3rd.
That grenade was huge. Sprackle's coming in as well to take some of the attention away from, I believe it was Ava in the ramp. That was some great team play. But albeit against the Pistols, this is the round where Instinct's going to want to win to start getting back onto their winning ways.
Go on, sorry.
Sorry, it looks like there's going to be an outside play. 3 players and the bomb going towards it. Frax. Sprackles does manage to get 1, but is traded out by Vex, and that gives Instinct the advantage. Tungun is going to be able to trade fit, level things back up, and Instinct, they're going to fall back and regroup. Oh, that's Chris Pop finding one onto Vex, and that's Fishtory with the advantage.
2-on-3 situation, but Chris Pop is at 50 health after the tag up of Vex, so these last 2 players could make it work out if they so wish. And Chris Pop, he's there waiting to be able to find the first. So he's there. He's going to be able to trade it out, and he's going to need the 1-on-3 to win this round out. The Molotov is good, and it does block any sort of prevention, or any sort of push rather, from that mini position. And Zodi could in fact go B here. This would be so smart if he were to shift and go down ramp here, and I think that's exactly what he's going to try and do now. But will Fishtory read into this? Of course, I think he has the bomb site right now, so Zodi needs to be quick with this play if he wishes to get the open site that he wants. And
20 seconds left. He's only just got to the ramp position. Wonder if he's going, I believe he's going underneath heaven. Oh no, 12 seconds left. He's just going to get taken down by Fields. And that is the end of that. Fishtory leveling things up 4-4, and after they just won 4 in a row.
Unlucky there. A lot of damage done though from Team Instinct, so we are seeing the eco starting to build up. However, on the Fishtory side, is they are looking very comfortable now in this game, as outside smokes will be thrown, and so Instinct will be going for a fast secret play by the looks of things. But Tungun, he's opening things up yet again with the AWP, and Chris Pop, he's able to find one as well, as also there. It's up on Zodi, who does get a tag up, and in fact does find Chris Pop, but it's all left on Vex, and he will be pushing with a Tech 9, and he is unsuccessful in that play, so it will be Fishtory that take round number 9.
They're going down for Fishtory, which means their buy back into this round won't be that expensive. The economy for them is looking so good. You've got 3 players around the $10,000 mark. And that's really good for the side of Fishtory after they just won 5 rounds in a row. Instnct, they're going to be looking to take this one back. They need to get back into their winning ways. Starting with this one.
And there we go. As we were talking about, they need to find themselves in their winning ways and practice open things up. But Chris Pop through the door is going to be able to take down Vex. So Team Instnct find themselves in a 4-on-4, but with the HP and utility advantage, I would argue, it is going to be an outside push for them. Zodi, I think they just spotted him out. And Secret, what a headshot, taking down Sprackles at Secret. And now Fishtory, they are at the man disadvantage yet again. And this might be Shy pushing down, but he's unable to find anything. Chris Pop blind does take him down, and Avi finds one as well. So from a 4-on-3 to a 2-on-4 now. It will be the last 2 Instnct players merging up and trying to attempt this ramp take.
They're just going to be regrouping. It's Ava in the ramp. He was so good against the ecos, and he finds the first as well. He's so low. Will that nade take him down? Oh, it takes him to 4 HP. He could get taken down by the wind here.
And it is going to be Fellas that rotates around as well. So Zodi, he is going to fire a couple of shots on there, and as soon as he pulls out the grenade, Ava peeks, and no problems there. Instnct, they had such a good start there, but unable to really perform other than the initial couple of frags. And of course, Fishtory do take this one as we head into round number 11.
Going into this round, I mean, Instnct they're going to be looking to do some damage. They've got deagles, upgraded armor, and some light utility. But that is not a good start for them with these going into this round. Losing 2 players at the start on that ramp push. Great play from Fishtory. But that shot from Shy. Tongan just missed an opportunity, and that's another one as well, opening things up. They picked up an AK-47 and an AWP. So going further into this round, they're taking things slow. But this could be really dangerous for Fishtory.
So as you mentioned, the 2 guns retrieved as well. So Zodi, he will be able to approach Heaven with this AK, and that AWP as well on Shy will mean that Instnct have some sort of control. As flashbang is absolutely perfect. Zodi takes him down. It doesn't actually blind him, but it forces him off the angle. And Instnct, they find themselves in actually a very favourable situation. But as I say that, Zodi is decapitated, and Shy, he finds one with the AWP as well. So
they know where Ava is. They know he was by those fence positions as their teammate got taken down in Heaven. So they're just going to be rushing down to the B bomb site. And it's Ava in a 1 versus 2 after Instnct went into this with just deals.
This has been perfect from them so far. Of course, they lost 2 players early on in the round, as you mentioned. And they managed to turn things around, and Shy spots him out. So that'll be no problem with the tag up, and the Molotov towards control room will disregard any sort of pushes out of the site, and he's able to find Vex, and all left on Shy, and he's able to find it. Team Instnct, they find themselves the 5th with what was quite a convincing eco considering the circumstances.
Yeah, absolutely. Going into that with just Eagles, and they lost 2 players right at the start. They were in a 3-on-5 with just Desert Eagles, and they managed to bring it back. They got some kills, picked up some weapons, and that is a great round. That's a great example of what you can do with just some Deagles.
Of course, Fishtory's economy is absolutely stacked up right now, as all 5 players do have a considerable amount of money in the bank if they were to lose last round, which they did. So these Molotovs will try and prevent any sort of people from going. He's able to just do damage, as 180 has effectively been done, as Praxis takes a body shot as well through the wall. Bobby's there to trade things out, but HP is basically even, but Vex is able to open things up on the site alongside Zodi, and Fishtory have absolutely crumbled towards this A-bomb site.
Instnct, they had, I think, a man disadvantage, but they went into that so far. Oh my word. Tunga and Balls are still walking through the smoke, but it doesn't pay off, and Zodi gets his 2nd going into the round, and that was just Ava in a 1 versus 4. I don't think he's going to be able to do much with this, and this should be Instinct getting their 6th round and tying things back up.
Great round from them as we saw that quick sort of reaction play. I guess Vex pushed out of a single door there, and it allowed an easy frag on site alongside Zodi as well that did find the player heaven. So very, very easy for Instinct towards that A bomb site. Maybe Fishtory needs to be a little more careful as we look at the scoreboard and see Zodi 14 and 8. This man has been playing unbelievably well so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's top of the server right now and definitely top for his team. He's playing so well so far. Going into this round, he's going to be going outside alongside his teammate Shy in the front lines here, going in first. It's Tungun to find the first, but Shy trades things out, and I think that's the A site open. Fishtory, not a man here to disagree with Instinct. One going through the door, does manage to find one in the likes of Chris Pop, finding one onto Shy, and now it's a 2 versus 3 as Instinct trade things back up, give themselves the advantage once again.
May I remind you that this is a full buy coming up from Fishtory as their economy is absolutely bent in half if they were to lose this one. There's a great Molotov that forces Bobby out of his position, but will they expect this offense to be played? No, they will not. Even though the spam was there, Fellas just wasn't able to locate where the player was, and Bobby is going to peek out and he does fall, but that Molotov is going to force him away, and Instinct, they are actually going to be leading this game now 7-6 as Instinct, they get away with 2 lives.
It's 2 players for Instinct surviving, and Ava off of the likes of Fishtory saving his weapon. He will be able to drop one across if Fishtory decide to buy up into this round. And Instinct, they are leading once again, 7-6. Instinct in the lead.
And may I remind you that Instinct, if you are new to Counter-Strike and don't know the map Nuke too very well, the terrorist side is arguably the disadvantaged one, and Instinct, you know, they've taken this in their stride and they've managed to do something as this ramp push is heard and practice. He's able to find one, and look at this, it's a complete mow down towards ramp. 4 kills for 1, and it's all left on Sprat within a 1-on-3. He is able rather to find practice, but two guns lost in favour of Instinct, but another round gained. So they secured themselves the half with at least 8, and it might even be a 9-6 half a Team Instinct on terrorist side of Nuke.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I was saying pre-game. I mean, Fishtory going into their opposition's map pick, it was going to be very difficult for them either way. Instinct, they put up a great fight so far, and they could end this 9-6 on the terrorist side, which would be absolutely insane. Fishtory, they're going to absolutely want to take this round.
That bang is good, and it's going to blind Fellas, and the dink is there as well, so Praxis, he does take around 30 health, but in the process deals 60. So a good trade out towards Hut, but no real damage has been done to either side, as it is the 5-on-5 with a minute and 15 left on the clock. As Fishtory, the utility is looking a little bit weaker right now as Instinct. They know they have a lot of control and a lot of utility to use, and this will be the AX bomb site that is executed here. And Vex with a lovely pre-fire able to find it. Traded out by Fellas, but Zodi's there very quickly, and Tony even finds one through the smoke, but it's a 3-on-2 and there's kills all over the show.
Yeah, Fishtory, 2 versus 3. They're retaking this bomb site with an AWP and an M4 with just 2 flashes. The first one going from Tungun, going through the smoke just with an AWP, not seeing anyone. Instinct, they're playing this one so passively. But Shy in the backlines and Prakes, they're going to be taking down Fishtory, and they win the half 9-6.
As I mentioned, this is a very counter-terrorist side map, and so for Instinct to get 9 rounds is honestly unheard of realistically, as Fishtory are now forced onto supposedly the harder T side, as we shall see what happens. Of course, anything can happen, as we saw Instinct took 9, so there's no reason why Fishtory cannot. So these players, they've got to keep their heads high here as we do head into round number 16, the pistol round.
So fast. The Glocks, they're going out. They're going to be finding one. They're going to find second and a third. Absolutely insane stuff. Fishtory opening up the A bomb site so fast. Shy will be managing to trade one back, but he's so low. And it's a 2 versus 3 retake.
Bobby is able to retrieve a kit in heaven. As I mentioned that, it was just blown off the edge by the grenades. So, Fishtory have this one cut out for them as Shy. And Bobby's health combined is 46. And there you go. Bobby, he's taken down with no problems. And Shy's gone as well. So, Chris Pop with a 3k and Ava with a 2k. And it was all Fishtory in that pistol round. And it looks to be that we're having a repeat of Instnct on the T half here as they take the pistol.
Yeah, absolutely. They take it in the same fashion as well. I was just going to say this. I mean, you've got to massively point out Zodi for Instnct. 17 kills. And then you've got Chris Pop on Fishtory with 16. Those two players are really putting up for their teams. But going into this round, Instnct, they have forced up the Scouts, the Deagles, and the 5-7 going into this. Fishtory, this is actually a really dangerous round for them. They've got 2 Galils and 3 Mac-10s. So these Deagles, the Scout, they can do so much damage.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but Shy was able to get an early tag onto Fellas and even one onto Sprackles as well. So yes, these players are going down, but they're all one-shots with there's an Eagle. And there you go, Zodi will show you time and time again as Shy finds some of the Scout as well. And with a flip of a switch, it's a 2-on-3 for Fishtory. They need to be careful with how they play this. As Sprackles mollied out and he's able to find it through the flames. And it's all left on Chris Pop in a 1-on-2. The Scout in hand, so he won't be able to really enter through Hut as Zodi. He is pushing in behind, and that tag up was perfect. Shy able to find a little bit of a tag up. He's onto half, and Shy finds it, and Fishtory absolutely torn apart as Team Instnct rip through Fishtory's force buy, and Fishtory, they're basically on a reset here, and they'll eco this one out.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, Instnct, that's their, I believe, their second round win with Deagles. And they've got one on the C side and they got one here in the second round of their CT half. That's really influential. I mean, Fishtory, that could really set them back here.
And look at the guns as well. That's the Galil and a Mac-10 save from last round. So that's a good amount of money saved. As Vex lines up 2 with the MP9 and he's able to find Shy as well with 2, and that USP spam is coming out and Vex will find it with no problems at all. So a complete takedown from Ramp for Team Instnct and no damage done from Fishtory. So they will be forced onto yet another pistol buy, another eco, and Team Instnct, they seem to be pulling away with this one.
Yeah, 4 rounds in the lead now, and Fishtory, they're relegated to just some grenades and Desert Eagles. This is not looking good for them.
And that grenade from Praxis might do a lot of damage, and Fellas, he's down to 32 health. Praxis with a great nade there, and he's able to smoke off single door as well. So Instnct already with the HP advantage. Is that spam? Oh, it might have just caught Fellas. He's down to 27 now. Vex spots the player in Hut and is able to take him down, and the smoke is able to plume as well. So no trade found for Fishtory, and they find themselves in a 4-on-5 rather.
There you go there. Making the distance even further. And Shy finds one outside.
Oh, Praxis able to spam out with the Galil through the smoke. Taking down one is Shy. He's peeking and he is going to get caught for doing so. Sprackles with the Desert Eagle taking the head clean off, and Bobby!
Oh!
He's able to find one, but Sprackles with an unbelievable 180-degree turn, and Fishtory, they are in a 1-on-3, and Vex is able to shut things down, but the damage had been done. That was so much in favour of Fishtory there.
Just managed to get to the M4 there. That's going to be a heavy buy up. But yeah, no, that turnaround from Sprackles, he had the B site open, but unfortunately he didn't realise himself. We had the advantage of being in spectator and seeing everything that's going on. And that's 5 rounds now that Instnct have an advantage, and they're starting things off strong. That's 2 opening frags for them, a 3rd from Shy, and a 4th as well. Alva only manages to find one, and Vex finishes things out. That's an insane round from Instnct. Fishtory ran through all the smokes, all the doors, all the choke points, and could not find anything. That was a great hold from Instnct.
Tickly in chat is mentioning how that shot from Sparkle was unbelievable, and I think what you've got to realise as well is that that shot with the Desert Eagle, that damage, was really good. And yes, Instnct are at 13, but if they are to win this this Deagle round, which is very possible, we've seen it happen time and time again. If they win this Deagle round, they could find themselves in a very tricky situation, as Tungun is going to get taken down in the early round, as Shy with the AWP as well through the corner is able to decapitate Ava. And Bobby there with the AK takes Brackles' head clean off, and Chris Pop is left in a 1-on-5.
Expecting his Deagle, and that's all he can do is Bobby takes him down. 14 rounds for the side of Instnct, double that of Fishtory as they sit on 7, and they're going to need 8 in a row to get match point, 8 in a row to secure themselves out overtime. Obviously, they have a little bit of leeway as Instnct. They need 1 to get to that 15 round, but it's going to be really difficult for Fishtory.
Yeah, and look at this Fishtory yet again throwing a lot of resistance towards the safe on site. Not really too much being done, as Instnct are going to play this one a lot more passive on at least, as Fishtory are just trying to spam out everything possible, trying to find the opener, but they're just unable to do so.
Yeah, they're playing this one a lot slower than the last round, but Bobby for opening things up. He's looking for a second as well. Fishtory taking position on the ramp. They trade things back up. Vex, though, coming in from below heaven, is going to be able to put Instnct back into the advantage. A bit of team damage there. That's well, that's not good.
I thought he found Vex with a headshot through the wall, but it was his teammate that was shot with his own bullet. As now Fishtory in a 3-on-4. Vex, he's able to find it, and the bomb was even cancelled. So Vex, just by opening those doors, forces the plant off, and Fishtory might not even be able to get a buy into this round, as that grenade is going to do a little bit of damage. And although Tungun finds it with the AWP no-scope, it will just be the spam from Zodi, and that puts him on 20 kills. Alongside Shy, this super duo from Instnct is absolutely doing insane for them right now, as Instnct are match point heading into round 23.
You put it better than I ever could. Super duo, absolutely. 20 kills each on the side of Shy and Zodi, just putting Instnct at the top of this game. Fishtory going so fast out. I think that's a Vents drop coming in. I'm going to be taking things fast. Faster than last round. Sprackles! Finding Prex through the smoke. That's something you don't really see every day.
No, of course, and that puts Fishtory in probably their first favourable situation in a 5-on-4 now. So this ramp aggression from Avid is spotted out, and Bobby's able to do a little bit of damage and fall back. So he is going to be pincered from this ramp position, but his teammate, the Cavalry, has arrived in the form of Shy. He's able to find one. In the meanwhile, Avid does find one with a max 10, and back to this A-bomb site where Vex finds one as well. And so it's a 3-on-3 now, a 3-on-2 as Tungun finds one with the scout, and it's Zodi and Vex up against it.
Yeah, they're going to be managing to find the plant, and as well as that, they've got the man advantage. But Ava, only a Mach 10, and he's very low. But Tungun finding that kill onto Zodi puts Vex in a 1-on-3.
He's already found himself one in the round, so he will need to make it 4 if he wishes to win this, as Avi is on 11 health, but the other two players are considerably high in health. So this door is going to be open, and he actually finds one of the high health players, but it isn't going to be enough, as he does fall to Tungun. And Fishtory, they're looking to at least try and cling on to map number 1 as they do take this one and put it to 15-8.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Fishtory, they need 7 more rounds added onto this one to make it 8 in a row to take this to overtime against Team Instinct. But that's not looking good. Prax and Shy opening things up, giving Instinct a 2-man advantage. Spackle's going to be trading things back off. But still, Instinct, man advantage, and so much damage done.
Now, 4 on 3. Praxis is on a 1 shot, but then again, so Sprackles. So, I guess you could say this realistically is the 4 on 3, but in terms of HP, I don't really see either of these players lasting, as it is the ramp aggression that's going to come in, as Auto Director is not being nice to us and showing us any sort of playing. As